Well, here we are today. I kind of wanted to share with you this bike. This is a barn find, literally found in a barn, like where you keep animals and tractors and all sorts. So legit barn find. So my mate's just dropped this round because he wants me to fully strip it for him, because we're basically going to do a restoration on this and pimp it out and get it basically back up and running to full working order. So on that note, glad to see you all. Hopefully this is working because I'm trying out a new camera, see how it goes. Yeah, so let's take a look at the barn find. So literally this is one of those holy grails found in a barn. What we have is the Mountain Goat WhiskeyTown Lite. So these are made in California in the US. Prestige tubing, this one has like Tange Prestige tubing. It's got the matching Prestige forks as well, which is nice, and the matching stem. So absolutely awesome. To say it's been sat in a barn, yes, the paintwork's a bit dull, needs a good polish up and a clean. Oh yeah, there you go. It's got a little made in US sticker there as well. And there's Prestige sticker. So all in all, the frame looks awesome, to be fair. I love how, because the WhiskeyTowns are quite well known for their kind of like extraordinary kind of like extreme paintwork, and I think like the pink kind of touches on the front of this really sets off the bike. There's no pink or whatsoever on the back end, it is just on the front end of those. So really nice, really nice badges as well, which have a look in the drawers. So they are the badges close up. Yeah, very nice. I have that badge spare because that is actually off one of my mountain goats in my personal collection, which I've not featured on the channel yet, and we are going to do a full paint and restore because mine's absolutely knackered. So what we've got to do with this, oh, we've got the wheels as well down there, what was with it. They need a lot of work as well, but we generally need to strip this down. So I'm going to use that little tool just there. Look, I've been asked many times on videos like, what's that tool in the background? It looks like a weird shaped adult toy. Well, I'm going to show you this time. So basically, if it fits, because these are quite wide, so we'll slacken them off anyway. We'll slacken that down. Let me just have a look. Yeah, it fits. Right, it fits. So basically that part there goes into the bike stand like so. And because this bike hasn't got a seat post, I don't really want to kind of clamp the tubes or anything like that. So that becomes like an adjustable seat post to put in the stand. So if I take this off and then slide that all the way in and all the way up, so and get that a little bit more lined up a little bit better. Right there. There we go. So you don't want to crank that really tight, but you want to make sure that it has gripped the inside of that frame. And then basically, yeah, that becomes like a seat post. So it's now in the stand. The other addition I would like to show you as well, I have actually got one of these stands now as well. So these are good, quite cheap off the internet to be fair. These are good, as you just saw, I had that on the work stand chainstay goes in there, that hooks under the seat stay, and it just means that if I'm doing any work that's not in the stand or like that, I can just hook, or if I've got a bike that's not kind of got a stand or wheels, then that helps. But yeah, let's kind of break this bike down. It's got some interesting grips. I've only ever seen these grips once, and that was probably about 20 years ago. So I'm interested to see if any of you guys have seen these grips before. So let me spin the camera and we'll get a closer look on a few of these components on this bike. Check these out. These are Big Daddy grip shifts. Look at that. I've seen them for a long time. A little bit worn, but I reckon they're still a pretty penny. Suntour levers, I actually quite like them. They've got like a weird feeling on there. I actually quite like them, to be fair. Bit of a polish up. I think that would be quite nice. Hyperlight handlebars, so they're quite nice as well, to be fair. I can't even see what grips they are. Yeah, it says on there Tioga Bio Grip right forward. Yeah, they're quite nice. Okay, fair enough. The hanger, that's horrible, that is. But it has got a Shimano XT headset in there. Not that it's lined up any well. It's coming out anyway, and likelihood is we'll probably reuse that. It has got the Shimano XT cantilevers as well, but as you can see, the bolts are rusted. Everything kind of like needs a good clean. So they need to come off. Cables are done for. Really nice crank. That'll probably clean up really nice, to be fair. The XT front mech, it has got specks of rust on, and it does seem to, it's going to need some love basically, but I reckon that I could polish all that up, get rid of all that rust, change that clamping bolt out for one that's not rusted like that, and basically get that pretty much looking like new. Same with the rear derailleur, again not in bad condition at all. Slight little bit of paint missing just down that edge there, but nothing too serious, and I reckon I can get that looking absolutely amazing as well. The chain is pretty much gone, so that can just go in the bin. Matching rear brakes. I've never been a fan of those hangers. I just don't like them. They're just, yeah, I don't like them. But all in all, she's not too bad at all. There's a slight little bit of bubbling down there, which we'll treat her best and give her a polish up. But for the age, and like I say, she's an ultra rare find, to be fair, especially in the UK. Yeah, it's beautiful. Wheels on the other hand, let's have a look. So the hubs, again, these will need a lot of like cleaning, but they have got a nice set of XT hubs. And let's check the axle. That is relatively smooth. I reckon a good service and they'll be quite nice. They will, polished up. Rims, again, hardly seen no use on those rims whatsoever. Quite nice rims, definitely need some love. The front is exactly the same. Don't know if tyres are like, just look like they've been ridden through concrete, like wet concrete, but the front's exactly the same. And then we've got some kind of like old kind of like Matrix Z Access tyres. Never even heard of those, to be fair, so you'll have to let me know down in the comments if you've heard of that. So all in all, time to get all the parts off that onto the bench, and then we'll work out what is going to be kept and so on. So strip down time. The doctor will see you now. Right, let's go and make some magic happen. So we'll get these caps off this. It's always nice to keep those. It's always nice to keep those caps rather than throwing them on the floor. They'll polish up lovely. They are actually metal. I thought they was plastic. I've actually got a few, but I've never really used them because I've always just put kind of like, well, okay, non-dry side's missing, so I might have to hook him up with one of those. So let's get this chain off. Oh, trusty chain tool, I will split you in half. There we are. And this is pretty much how most projects generally start. With this one, to be fair, you could probably change all the cables, fresh chain set, and rebuild it all back up. See me, what I would do is I'd put a nice set of thumb shifters on there, get rid of those grip shifts, put a nicer set of grips on, change the cantilever mount there, maybe for a black one as well to match the black headset, because the headset does generally feel quite nice. Even the bottom bracket feels nice, so generally speaking, for me, I'd put thummies on, grips, swap out that cantilever, put some better straddle cables on and hanger, polish all the brakes up, polish all the mechs up, crank up, bottom bracket, headset, get a seat post for it, probably something like a nice old Salutella flight, and I'd probably go with the XT thummies as well, just keep it all XT, because you've got the XT hubs, XT, XT, XT. I'd keep it all XT, so I'd even try and probably track down a set of nice, because I think the XT brake levers are pure black as well, so that would be quite nice. I'd probably keep the Hyperlite handlebars on because I've used some of those on a few other builds and they are quite nice, so I think I'd keep them. So all in all, generally speaking, bar a few bits, this could be a full strip down polish. I'd probably see about getting as much kind of frame protection done in terms of like rust proofing and so on, just to kind of stop it from kind of bubbling, rusting any further. You can't get into most frames, because most of the tubes, because on the mountain goat the tubes are sealed from end to end. So you won't be able to get kind of like a rust proofing on the internal of the top tube, but you could on the down tube, because oh no, you can't go through them. Yeah, because that's a good point. There's no drainage holes. It's all sealed tubing. So yeah, well, scrap that one. Forgot about that. But yeah, so all in all, I'll generally say this won't be too much of a bad build, to be fair, to get done. It's just seen better days. See all the rust and crap, and it don't smell like a farm. Yeah, I reckon a good service. Jockey wheels are they're a bit stiff. They probably need stripping down, servicing. That needs a really good polish and a good clean. Right, on that note, I'm actually going to jump ahead now to where I've got it all stripped down, so I can kind of give you a run through of the parts more individually, close up. So it's all stripped totally down, and I'm still with go again, mint just polish. That just needs, ugh, that just needs swapping out for a better one, probably a black one to be fair, so it matches the headset. So with all that stripped, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for my friend to pop over, because he's popping over to pick up the frame forks and the stem anyway, because he's going to have that polished. He's doing something with that, and then I'll discuss what he wants me to do with the rest of it and the wheels and so on. So say goodbye to this bad boy for a while and all these parts, and I'm sure we will see this barn find very, very soon when it all gets put back together. On that note, I'm gonna tinker away with some of my bikes because I've got it's looking a bit like Fast and Furious out there. I'll give you an update in a second, to be fair, once it's been to pick this up, to let you guys know what we're doing with all of this. There we go, the bike's been stripped and gone again, and I've took the woolly out off, back to the flat cap. It's a bit warm today, so yeah, that's done. So basically it's taken everything, and I thought it was kind of going to rebuild using most of what was on it. It's not, it's going to be built totally different. So yes, he's going to piece everything together, and that is going to be an awesome build, and that's going to be in the next couple of weeks, I reckon, because he wants to get it straight back in as and when possible to get that done. So yeah, that was an ultra rare barn find. Super nice, super clean. I did leave the wheels though for me to service the hubs, give them a full clean down and spruce up, so I'll do them at some point during the week. So that's about it. I just thought I'd share, like, because that's kind of usually the process. Like, people bring me bikes like that, I kind of do that kind of stripping and kind of cleaning and working out what's doing with what, and then usually I just do a frame to finish video and you just see the whole build process from the beginning. But I thought it'd be nice to kind of share with you guys a bit of, like, you know, the bike coming stripped, what it had on it, what will it be built with. Obviously what it will be built with will be in keeping, correct year, pretty much. He did say that XT thumb shifters, XT rear mech, XT front mech, but he said what he's got for it, or come in or whatever, is in better condition. So I think what's going back on it is a lot fresher condition, because he said some of the stuff that come off this one is going on a bike later on down the line that doesn't need to be absolutely mint, but he wants this one to be nice. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to crack on. I've got a few bits to do. Yeah, I got bits and bobs everywhere, keep him busy. Yeah, go from there really. Yeah, I've not posted in the last week, and there's a reason why. I have really bad toothache. I had can't remember what I was eating, but basically I had a problem with the wisdom tooth at the top. It cracked a few months ago, and I was like, I need to get it sorted, and then basically some of it broke away. Absolutely awful pain. Like, I was going to take it out myself. I was going to stick some rubber bits to some mole grips or pliers and just go in and just be like, and just take the tooth out myself. Luckily enough I didn't. The wife didn't let me, but I did have to go to an emergency dentist, and because the UK's crap, you don't get help with any of that, so I had to go private, and privately it cost £726, believe it or not, and I do not have that money, so I've had to finance it. Yes, that's a thing nowadays, because the UK's so bad, you can finance work on your teeth. So that is a payment over 12 months. I think it works out like £46, £48. I paid like some 50 something pound up front, and yeah, it was a nightmare. But that is a lot better now as well. So yeah, also had some x-rays done, and he did confirm. He said for my age I've got no more cracks, no more holes, no more nothing. So happy days, you know. Healthy teeth, yay. So on that note, I've not really got anything to add. I'm gonna go and pull out and start stuff for the next video, which should be fun. On that note, as always, stay safe, wear an helmet, look after each other. There's a bee in the workshop, and oh, it's a bumblebee. Sorry, bumblebees don't sting. Yeah, stay safe. See you on the next one. See you. Oh no, it's gone somewhere. Oh dear. Oh dear.